get showcased.
And welcome to the Showcase Pod. I'm Dan Bedani, filling for Mr. Don Vega tonight, and I'm joined here live in the 1776 studios with Chris Blackheart. What is going on, brother? We're live. Where's your buddy, man?
I do not trust a smile. I just got noticed that he is not coming on the studio, not coming the Zoom, which, I'll be honest with you, is not a bad thing. But the fact that we can actually get some of the truth that happened this weekend, truth that's happening this weekend in Franklin, and kind of not being interrupted with the smirk and the smiles and a little bit of lie that comes out of his mouth.
So you got that big match coming up for the whole ordeal, Showcase Pro Wrestling.
Why are you smiling? No, I see it. I see the smirk. See, and this is why, Danny, you asked me the other day, you reached out, like, hey, Chris, I know I'm not wrestling right now. I'm trying to get everything ready for the state championship. You know, if you need me, I'll be in your corner. Danny, I just don't trust you. I do not trust you. But with that being said, we had a lot of good things happen this past weekend in Woonsocket. We had new champions, which we're going to show some footage coming up. We had Shia. Did I get it right this time?
Shia Shabo.
From all of the videos and all of the complaints, I think I finally got his name right. And do you know what it is? Shaya.
Yep.
Do you know why? Because he spells it out over and over and over again. So congratulations to the new Showcase Pro Wrestling YouTube champion, Shia Shabo.
Well, that belt gets around now, huh? It was on me for a little while, you know what I mean?
Well, it did. Well, you know what? Sometimes it's competition opportunity. I'll be honest with you. From him defeating Jay Evans, I think Jay is distracted.
Yeah, the whole Bell or whatever her name is, the doll there.
Well,
distracted him.
he's 30 days, less than 30 days for the I Do going into Taunton, which we'll get into. Did you see the wedding invitation?
Yeah.
Right. We're bringing that up too. But with that being said, we have two clips, which we're going to bring up on the first. There's two clips. That's the second one, Danny. That is the first one. Play that clip of the new YouTube champion, Shia Shabo.
World Conspiracy YouTube champion. That's what this is to me. You thought you had me, Christopher. You thought you could put Caution Man Pesto in the ring. Well, what happened? He called it the way he was going to call it, fair and balanced. All that anger, he got blindsided by the fact that there was an ongoing conspiracy, not against me, but also Jay Evans. That's right, Jay. Oh boy, what a match that was. The only thing, the freaking Jezebel. I don't know what that is. This is just the beginning. World YouTube champion, Shia Shabo. The conspiracy theory world tour continues. The Shia Shabo support circle of conspiracy victims. This is just the start. Coming for everything Showcase.
And there's the new...
Well, look like, so congratulations. Big win, right?
Yeah.
We always like champions.
Congratulations. Dude.
Now, show another video.
Is this good? Looks great. Okay. Hello. My name is Shia Shabo. And today I am bringing you this video in hopes of finding what belongs to me. What belongs to me from my victory at Showcase Professional Wrestling Saturday night in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. My world YouTube conspiratorship has been stolen. We are now on 48 hours
of my companionship missing. Last seen with me during my victory celebration, a night that should have been in the record books of the greatest night in professional wrestling history. Instead, my companionship was stolen from Texas Roadhouse, right near Woonsocket, Rhode Island. Beyond my companionship being stolen, my buns were stale and my steak was cooked rare. When I asked for it, well done. At 3 a.m., I discovered that my companionship was missing. I have contacted local authorities. I have submitted evidence lists. And yet, not a single person has followed up with me. Me and my fellow members of the Shy Shabo Conspiracy Support Circle of Conspiracy Victims are working diligently to return home my companionship. Without that, I cannot launch my YouTube channel. And without that, I cannot be a representation of the great YouTubers before me in current day, such as Zack Ryder, Logan Paul, and my best friend, Maven Huffman. I'm hopeful somebody will return my companionship. Until then, I ask for you to donate to the Shy Shabo Conspiracy Support Circle of Conspiracy Victims by going to ProWrestlingTees.com/ShyShabo and purchasing this Conspiracy Victim Shy Shabo shirt. Stay strong, fellow conspiracy victims. Thank you. Shy Shabo out. Is that okay? Those idiots better return my freaking belt! I'm the freaking champion! Had enough of these when people were stinking! Thieves. I want my belt back! Is this good?
All right,
All right, so what do you think? So he wins the championship in Woonsocket, goes out for, it looks like a championship meal or conspiracy meal, and then he gets it stolen? So my question is, did it happen in Cranston or did it happen in Woonsocket? Because those are the two most obvious ones he would have went to. So Mr. Shabo, you can't complain about the referee. We had one of your old friends, Alfredo, was a special referee. He did not like that, Mr. Shabo did not like that throughout the whole week. We saw all the videos complaining, but I think he did a fine job. And the fact that Shabo won the title, no complaints from the referee that night, but now he's complaining. So we are going to put a wanted sign out there, a bounty, conspiracy bounty, that if you can find Shia Shabo's belt, we will give you 2 tickets to December 13th when we return back to Woonsocket. How's that? All right, that is a showcase reward bounty that Shia says I don't do anything. He complains and blames me for everything that happens. I think that's bad to him. So that is Showcase Pro Wrestling. Official management is putting a bounty over there for 2 tickets if you find Shia Shabo's belt in the next, 5 days? Is that fair? 5 days? All right,
good, yeah.
until next Thursday, all right? And to be even nicer, if you have the belt, all you have to do is send an email to promoter@showcaseprowrestling.com or any of our social media at SP Wrestling, right? Messenger, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, doesn't matter. Send a picture with you and the belt, and we'll make arrangements, pick it up, and give you tickets. How's that?
Yeah. And you get to win a free match with Shia Shabo.
No, not a free match, Mr. Cornette. You get 2 tickets to the next event in Woonsocket, which is on the 13th of December. So going on in Woonsocket, another event, right? New tag team champions. Now, I sent you a link, Danny, right? But let's give a little backstory of the whole situation. Sean Candido is a veteran. Danny is an up-and-comer in the business, doing pretty well. A little bit frustrated now, trying to get those wins. Last couple of matches, he's been cheating. All right? Have you been seeing that, Danny?
Yeah.
Cheating.
Mm-hmm.
taking some shortcuts. Candido's not happy. He wants to do it right down sportsman way. He wants the win that's clean. This match, Danny, we do have new tag team champions, and it is Sean Candido and Danny Cabral. But I must say, the former champions, especially AZ, has every right to complain about how this happened.
I think ever since AZ got his hair cut, he's been a little off.
Off?
Yeah.
Complaining more? Or? No, but I have to admit, I've watched the footage, and this is why the referee, you know, they're a live participant. If they see it, if they don't see it, this is what happens. So, do you want to play that footage?
Sure.
Play the footage, people, and you tell me what was right, what was wrong.
This is from Saturday night.
This is from Saturday Night Showcase, Saturday night, every month.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, and the Speed Tag Team Champions, Sean Candido, Danny Cabral, Superstar.
All right, what do you think, Danny?
Well, congratulations to Danny Cabral and Sean Candido. Pretty good. I mean, they're two, up and down the ladder, and they come together as a great team. It's pretty
All right,
cool.
but what do you think of it? All right, Candido trying to do it right and wants to win.
Yep.
Danny just wants to win, but kind of little corners.
And yeah, he was like, "Shut the. Do I pin him or do I do the right thing?"
Well, yeah, and then he kind of moves Candido away. Danny gets a 1, 2, 3. Candido, no matter what, they got the 1, 2, 3. They're champions. Candido took the belt. So does that mean, does he accept what Danny has done? And vice versa, right?
Yeah.
AZ, you saw that spine buster?
Yeah.
I get a phenomenal spine buster, right? Phenomenal. But the belt was used, so
So is the championship committee going to?
You know, and I know AZ and young Matt figured we're not always on the right page, but I will put that there. I do believe they do deserve a rematch coming up. If it's this Saturday in Franklin, which tickets are available online at showcasewrestling.com. You can see the QR code on the updated. You want to bring up the updated flyer? Look at that flyer, right? Is that a QR code on? That should be on the, yep, right there. That's nice, flyer, huh? Look at that.
Coming up this Saturday.
Yep.
Franklin,
Yep,
Massachusetts.
just and that is for the Franklin, the Bellingham Youth Football and Cheer. It's for the total program. So you notice this past week everything was updated to reflect both. We made an error when we were first marketing it with them that it was for just the football program, but it's for both the cheer and the football. And they created that flyer, and we ran it through our new friend on the AI automation, and that's what it came up with. It was pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah. So you inspired me, Danny, when you put out with the podcast. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, those tickets are available online. We always ask people to go online, especially for Franklin. It's typically an almost sold out venue. We do have some great announcements coming up that we're going to announce in Franklin. But those are Danny's bring up the shows right now. This Saturday the 15th in Franklin, 7:07 bell time. All tickets, all seats, $20. And then we go to the following week. Actually, about 2.5 weeks prior is the big one. Control the championships and control of the company. Myself, Team Blackheart. I think that's what we're calling it. I'm not a big fan of that, but versus it should just be Blackheart versus Cena. That's really what it is, you know. And he's gonna have his team. I'm gonna have my team. You're not gonna be anywhere near any team, Danny, because I do not trust you. Same way I don't trust him, who's not here tonight. But on one side, I'm guaranteeing that it will be. I'm gonna say it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be Don Vega, and I also think it's gonna be Rambo, right?
So is it elimination style or just one pinfall?
Well, and that's one of the problems that we're going back on. I think it should be one and done. You either win it or you lose it on one pin. You know, and Cena and myself have been going back at it, and that will be announced hopefully. With anything, just like Democrats and Republicans, they compromise, and we have no problem with that. But those tickets are online too for December 5th. Cena versus Blackheart. Then we also have the big wedding. Do you have the wedding invitation, Danny? Did you find that?
That's on the new Facebook page, right?
Yep. Go to Showcase Pro Wrestling, or you can go on Instagram, or you can go on TikTok.
Oh, is that right there?
Well, no, that is not. That's Annabelle. We all play that one. All right. Bring up the bring up the invitation first
Yeah, let me get that.
on the page. Or do you have Jay Evans down?
Yep.
Look up Jay Evans. He put an invitation out there. This I think it dropped yesterday.
Yeah, it's creepy stuff, man. So I
Yeah.
don't know, I
Boom.
think
Pop them right up there. Pop right. Go up a little bit. Boom. Right there.
Yeah, here we
Yep.
go.
So that is the official wedding invitation between Annabelle and Jay Evans on Friday night, December 5th in Taunton. I would say get your tickets be ringside, but is it wedding side? Is that a real word? Wedding side? Am I making up words like Shea Shabo?
Yeah.
You know?
It's gonna be a creepy wedding.
What, are you going to be there, Danny? I don't really want you anywhere near the building because I don't trust you. I think the less I know people, probably the better.
I think, you know what I mean, because like look at considering all the last several YouTube champions and it would still be on me right now if I was still there. But I mean, it's just like the craziness that poor title has been through. You know what I mean? Being something there with different people, and I didn't discuss some stuff. But when I won, I had to desanitize it. I really did, and you know, it's crazy stuff. But yeah, man. This one is crazy, and I think this is Jay's distraction that's going to keep him from winning that title.
Well, and just I'm getting next week we will have the the wedding registration, I guess, for those two. So I like to see what's on it. I like to see who's been buying the stuff. So that is some big news on that. So
I can imagine the store they're gonna pick.
I don't know. What do you do? Do you do big and tall, small?
Some mortuary, maybe.
I don't know. I mean, flamboyant and tiny. I don't know. I mean, what's the? Seriously, because Jay's flamboyant and the doll is tiny.
Maybe they should go to that haunted house there, Annabelle's, the house in Rhode Island. Maybe gifts.
Oh, the conduit? I don't
They'll
know.
have the honeymoon in the Conjuring house.
Well, actually, that is a question that we have not actually heard yet. Are they going on a honeymoon and where it is?
Or the Amityville house in New York there. One of these houses.
Oh, you're picking all the creepy houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to either of them, but. So we'll have the link for their wedding registry, which I can't believe I'm saying that. Is this legal, by the way? Can he legally marry, I think, a doll or a human
Well,
doll?
we're in Rhode Island, so anything's possible.
I guess if you identify as being alive, I guess you can marry it.
Yeah.
All right, let's show the clip right now for Jay Evans.
The brother moons cursed me to this hell, my soul locked inside the stall. Then Scott the Dirt took me, promised me everything, and then threw me away. Brother Moon Revan, you are no longer the man I gave everything to, just the man who tricked me into a nightmare.
Annabelle, you cried for help, and I answered. That was the best choice that I could possibly make. Brother Moon, he thought he could just toss you away, but you and I, we have shown everybody exactly what we're capable of. You promised me everything. You promised me a family. You promised me love. You promised me the YouTube championship. And I just wanted to show you how thankful I am, my sweet Annabelle. So I vowed to be the man that you needed. I vowed to be the man that worshipped you. Annabelle, my sweet Annabelle. When it comes down to December 5th in Taunton, VFW, I will no longer be known as Jay Evans. I will be known as the man that gets to call himself your husband. And when I utter the words I do, it will no longer be the kiss of death that people worry about. It will now be that love is now a battlefield that we will wreak chaos on.
I was gonna say, keep this PG, man. Oh.
Yeah, that's a little creepy, to say the least. I don't know, man. I mean, I usually try not to question why people date people or why they marry people, but that is, I don't know. I guess you have to be there
Yeah.
and let them be happy. But my question is, if Jay is getting everything that he wants and needs, I don't think there's any good deeds coming from this. I think there's a turning point for Jay Evans to, wreak some havoc. That's what it looks like.
So you think they had something to do with the disappearance of the YouTube world title?
I don't know. I personally, why, in true Shia Shabo form, why would they not have anything to do with it? I wouldn't be surprised if she walks down the aisle with the YouTube championship. Ever think of that one?
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
You know, but that's a weird one.
Yeah, it is.
All right, speaking of weird, we weren't, but we did have members of the Showcase Pro Wrestling Training Center and roster this past Monday night in Raw for John Cena's last appearance in the ring in Boston. I don't think anyone saw this coming. Did you see it coming?
No.
New Intercontinental Champion John Cena in his hometown defeating Dominic Mysterio. What do you say? I saw the ending of the match. I didn't see the whole thing.
You know, it's funny because last week when we were talking about it, I was just in my mind, it's like one title Cena's never had was that Intercontinental title, and crazy. And I'm glad they gave it to him because I mean, he definitely deserves it. He's held the company for many, decades, I should say.
Yeah.
Won about 5, 6, U.S. titles, like dozens of 16, 17 world titles, whatever the case. Tag team titles, this title, that title, but everything but the Intercontinental. So I mean that, congratulations to Mr. Cena.
Well, I just see pictures of Mr. Cena as in senior throughout Boston. He looked very happy, not the John that I've been dealing with lately. He's been smiling, taking pictures with fans. I mean, which, and rightfully so, for that family, that is a really big night. So, John, congratulations to your son. He did something awesome, to say the least. One of the best careers ever.
Yeah.
And I would say, I would almost put it between Hogan, Cena, and Flair.
Mm.
3 of the top runs for their careers.
Yeah.
Between longevity and what they've done for the business, between elevating it. So,
Yeah, and like all his reigns, and plus you got Hogan and Flair. And they had those belts for years, man.
yeah. I mean, they were literally the staples of each company they were in. Obviously, Hogan being the backbone of WWF or WWE. Flair being the backbone of the NWA going into WCW and then going to WWF. So talk about then you have Cena who really picked up, really from where Hogan left off. And again, and I think it was funny, out of those 3, Flair, people will say that he was very repetitive in his matches. Cena and Hogan, a lot of people say that they can't wrestle. Which, when you see what they were in certain matches, they can go.
Yeah.
But a lot of them don't have to. There was a formula that Vince had that he put together, and it worked.
Yep.
You do these moves, this is what get over. If it gets over, this is the way you do it. This is what the people want to see.
Yep.
So, and it worked. So.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's all about putting asses in the seat.
Well, you went off. All right, flip to the next one. You see the 933,000 people. What's the date on that one? You bring that one up?
Oh, yeah, let me pop that up quick. 932,000.
Yep. So that is on October 31st episode of SmackDown, was the lowest ratings in history.
Wow.
So.
From 1 million viewers. Well, it's not that. Oh, yeah, there's 70. About
Yeah.
almost 67,000 below 1 million.
Yeah. So what do you say about that?
I don't know. I think people are getting a little upset with the whole, which next thing.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, that's when we spoke it on that's when they had the double show in Utah, right?
Yeah.
All right, but that's viewership. But it's also look at the demographics. All right, let's be honest with it. Right, it was Halloween.
Yeah, that's the
All
other
right,
thing,
it
too.
was Halloween.
Everybody's out trick or treating, whatever,
So-
having parties, and and the Friday night's tough. I mean, that as a promoter, booking a show on a Friday night, it's a give or take.
We do. Legitimately, our house goes down 20% typically when we book on a Friday compared to a Saturday. And typically with WWE, it's a TV product, it's live. Also, we know people can watch it on a rerun, but, the numbers show it.
I was reading the comments on that post too. A lot of people saying the same thing. It's Halloween night. How do you really count that? I mean, I can see if it was consistent. Let's see what happens next Friday night. You know what I mean? Like, last Friday night, whatever. That's where you take it. The average of consistency. But yeah, Halloween night or Christmas night. How many people are going to be at parties and stuff or sitting at the TVs? You know what I mean? So I wouldn't even count that, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I think they should be aware of it.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, you do have to reflect it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's on its valuation. And we'll see coming up, looking at between, all right, so now there's 2 weeks out. And we'll check next week too.
Yeah.
You know, but a lot of times this is what does happen when the holidays do come around. And, I mean, in their case, it's typically live programming,
Yeah.
which you will notice most likely in December. WWE, I believe they're doing it again, where the holidays fine, they're going to pre-tape some of the holiday editions. They did that last year pretty well, so the superstars can be with their home and their family.
Yeah.
You know, which is actually, it's nice that they did that. Especially, let's put it this way, they have no competition, right? If they tape it, you know, a couple of days before, no one's going to complain about it. Because I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I run a talk show on Friday nights, man, and summertime it's, you know, I mean, not that
Yeah.
much because people are out doing stuff, living life. Winter time is when our ratings are the highest. But when it comes to holidays and all that, it kind of drops off a little, you know what I mean? So I see that myself as a promoter in the talk show host myself. But man, and it's like, yeah, we can't, I mean, they can't really count that hold against them. That's just Halloween night. Again, everybody's out partying, doing whatever on Halloween. You know, how they hold that against them, that's stupid.
Yeah, no, it was a dip. Well, let's find out.
Yeah.
And in true WWE fashion, they are a company. They spend millions on marketing and also millions on research. Let's find out if they can adjust from it.
Let me see if I can look that up.
For which one?
No, ratings. See if that went up a little bit.
Well, when you look at that, I'm going to bring up a.
Oh, there we go. See, last week, November 7th, drew 1.1 million viewers with a 0.26 rating. So yeah, it's like.
All right, so it dropped to about 300,000.
Yeah, I mean, no, I mean, they went up from the Halloween.
Yeah.
So Halloween was like 9.3. I mean, 9, you know, whatever the case. This is like it went up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it wasn't Halloween. Whatever. So I'm sure you look at it the rest of the weeks, it's going to be the same. You know, that it's, you know, getting Halloween, everybody's out at that time of night, trick-or-treating or partying or whatever, you know. So, I don't know why I think they bring these things up to purposely, you know, to push propaganda. It's like, oh, well, WWE's dying. Well, you pick the days that everybody's out doing stuff.
Right.
Of course, nobody's going to be at the TV watching, you know.
All right.
WWE.
Are you telling me this is like Democrat news?
Yeah, basically. Like
Yeah.
the CNN, I think that website's like the CNN of
Is this the CNN? Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Right. No, but okay, but we'll keep an eye out. So, Danny, do you have a favorite Cena match?
Oh yeah. I think when see, you know, because at the time it was Rock and Stone Cold, they were the titans of WWE, and I think the time when Cena actually beat the Rock, basically took the torch from the Rock, you know what I
Yep.
mean? And they ran with Cena. So yeah, Cena won titles here and there. It was like a step-in champion, whatever the case. Then, you know, they decided he became more serious when he got rid of that rapper thing, and then become more serious as a person who supported the military. He was like just the icon of what fans want to see. You know what I mean? Just the average person wants to support the military, supports American values, just goes out there and with his thugonomics and everything else. And I think that's why the fans loved him, because he just represented the average person. You know what I mean? And, which was awesome. Well, favorite match, I would say maybe him and The Rock. You know, I think that was a great match. You know, that match that he beat The Rock at. That was back and forth the whole time.
Yeah, no, it's good chemistry,
Yeah.
to say the least. I wouldn't say, well, I wouldn't say my favorite match. I would say his last run here. I would think as a performer, and I think we said this a couple of times, he went on the limb. The thing I don't like about that, right? So when he turned on the fans, and The Rock was there, what happened? Where'd The Rock go? Like, that looked like it was going to be something big, something, you know, wow. And then all of a sudden, where'd The Rock go?
Yeah, it was confusing.
It was just very weird, you know? So I thought, I think that's why they pivot, and they went back to the old Cena being the good guy,
Yeah.
you know? And for him to win, I was very surprised at, like, the whole transition, to say the least. I think it definitely sets up something good coming up with his last match. You know, and the names, we said it before, I think Jericho, man. I think Jericho's the guy who's coming back. Jericho and Cena one last time.
And it's kind of funny because he's the Intercontinental Champion, and he had 9 titles. Jericho, 9-time
Yeah.
Intercontinental Champion. this will make number 10 if that's a title match.
Yeah, which I think is awesome.
Yeah.
You know, and the whole thing, like, Cena's obviously was a cornerstone of WWE,
Yep.
right? But now the problem is you have, I think you're coming back to what they had a while ago, it was probably like almost 2 decades ago. They have stars, but do they have superstars? And I think that's the problem that they have right now. Who in their roster would you say is a legitimate megastar, like a Cena, like a Hogan, like a Flair was? I don't think they have.
No.
I mean, I think they have stars,
Yeah.
but I don't think there's anyone's that built up like that's the attraction, like a
Maybe
Stone
Roman
Cold.
Reigns. I don't know if that would be a good fit for that, but
I don't know. I don't have an answer. You know, so if those who are listening, those who are in the chat room, if you want to post there, who you think is the person now, or they can develop based on what they're doing right now.
yeah. So put your answer in the chat room. What's up, Frankie? Frank Roach is in the chat, and Joel Davis, the wrestling comedy. Wrestling comedy is brand new.
Don't worry, Joe. We're going to give you a plug. We're going to share you a link. Now, I think they have some, like, obviously with Ray, well, not Ray, Dominic. I think he will be one of those key players,
Yeah.
but I don't think he is right now. I think he's here, but he's not there yet.
Yeah.
But
Oh, he's got a good future, Dominic. That's for sure.
yeah, no, I think he's going to be a corner, you know, of that. But who else is there? I think there's a lot of opportunity, but I don't see anyone's being that breakout. I think they have like Randy. I mean, Randy's a guy they can pull up any time. Randy
Yeah.
could take Cena's spot right now if they gave him the spotlight to run with it. Same with AJ. AJ's his last year coming up.
Yep.
You know, AJ definitely main eventer. So
That was a good match. Cena and AJ, they went at it several times.
yeah, no, I mean, and you know, we haven't talked about when you see. I just saw an interview with AJ, and it was this is actually ties in really good with him. When he was wrestling when he was a newcomer and he got an opportunity to work with WCW, he couldn't do his flying press. He had to modify it because at that time Billy Kidman was doing it off the top rope.
Oh yeah.
So that's why he did it more like a corkscrew.
Yep.
Because at that time Billy Kidman, that was his move.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of funny where depending on where you are on the card, you know, and obviously AJ, very athletic, can really almost do anything in that ring. So.
Yeah, it's another thing I want to bring up too. Since we're in WWE, I mean, this is crazy. So you got TKO president Mark Sharpio praises. No, it's TKO president. Yeah, Mark Sharpio praising WWE's new leadership. Said the company must innovate beyond its legacy events. So basically, they're trying to cancel Vince McMahon altogether. They want to rename all the pay-per-views or PLEs, whatever they're called now, and basically get rid of WrestleMania, SummerSlam, all the events that Vince McMahon created and all the events that made wrestling what it is today.
Yeah.
And I think this would be the stupidest move if they did this.
No, yeah, I totally agree with that because the fact that just look at WrestlePalooza,
Yep.
right? That was an ECW creation. They were trying to build that up to something that it wasn't, like a much bigger event.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of like the Super Bowl, you know. You can't rename the Super Bowl. You can hype it, you can push it, but I think in this, and people like legacy and they like tradition. And the fact that if you're trying to cancel it out because Vince made it, I think that's wrong. You know, you can't. Nobody want some of the pay-per-view names that they came up with. It almost reminds me of some of the WCW names they used to come up with for pay-per-views when they were running monthly. They were awful. You know, but eventually WCW had their 4 core main pay-per-views, but the ones in between, it really wasn't flying. So, but yeah, no, we'll find out.
Shapiro's an idiot, man.
No, I mean, all right. So I give them credit for trying to be innovative, right?
Yeah.
But if you're trying to do it to cancel out Vince, well, okay. So what are they going to rename WrestleMania? I mean, you can't take that away.
Like you said, WrestlePalooza. But I mean,
Yeah.
how's that going to replace WrestleMania? You know, it's
No, but if they try that, you know, I don't know. So we'll find out, it gets down the line, if they try to do it. You know, and in true, I think, unfortunately, in true wrestling form, people are going to complain, but they're still going to go, they're still going to pay for it.
Yeah.
So, and I think they're still going to watch it. But do I think that's wrong? Yes. Do I think they're doing well on the revenue side? Yes. Do I think they may lose a lot of their fans because of some things they're doing, being too corporate and all about profits, but just it's just so obvious they're grasping at all of money opportunities or raising the prices for the opportunity because they can do it. So.
The thing is, they're trying to cancel Vince. That's what they're up to. And the thing is, I don't care which state it is, whatever. If Vince came out at any event, just walked out to that ring, every ass would be standing up off the seats.
Yeah. Well, and ironically, that's the mark of a true superstar.
Yeah.
No matter how long they've been away,
Yep.
they come through. People remember.
Oh yeah, that crowd would explode if Vince
Oh
came
yeah,
out.
no, they would. Which actually, if you want to explode it now, did you see AEW this past week?
No.
I saw some clips of it, Danny. They had the women in a cage.
Oh wait, I think it's something like that.
All right. Do you have any pictures or videos of that?
Yeah, the women's cage match.
Yeah, I saw some clips today on it. So most people know I'm typically not a big fan of women wrestling, but I am less of a fan of women wrestling like this.
Yeah.
So that would be what's the date on this past Wednesday?
That was yesterday, right? Oh,
Yeah, actually it was, Was it yesterday or this past weekend?
Yeah. Yeah, it depends who's wrestling, but yeah, usually I skip over the women's matches.
Yeah, no, but it was, I know Don Vega's favorite wrestler, Mrs. Monet, got hit in got a straight punch in the head with brass knuckles. And there was mirrors in there. I'm not a big fan of it. To me, it's... I know they're doing to try to be equal with the guys, but to me, and I'm not taking away the athleticism and the work they do for it, but I'm not a big fan of women being in the hardcore matches or the bunkhouse match or even cage matches, just for the sake of being in them, and...
This reminds me of these WNBA, they're complaining because they don't get paid as much as the NBA does. But, the NBA packs houses, they don't...
Yeah, well, no, I mean, it is a little bit different. And on the flip side on that, if there's a female that is drawing, then definitely pay the money that can draw.
Yeah.
Some days people forget. People don't just pay you because you draw. Some days they pay you like that because they don't want you to leave, which means you're a draw. So yeah, we'll find that out. If we don't see the clip, we'll bring it up next week. But any feelings on women wrestling on that?
Yeah, announcer Frank in the house too, in the chat room. The most jacked ring announcer in all of professional wrestling.
Yeah, I know. I mean, Frank has a little...
Yeah, man, it's a lot. I don't know, it's crazy, man. Like, if they do end up changing, though, just getting rid of everything to do events, I think that'll be the downfall. I mean, I can understand, innovate, you gotta do that no matter what. Come up with newer pay-per-views, but to get rid of things like WrestleMania and SummerSlam, I don't think the fans will be ready for that. Because those are the marquees, the two biggest events of the year, SummerSlam and WrestleMania, and to change that would be just like destroying wrestling.
We also, you want to bring up a clip now for your old friend Joe Davis? He's up to, I believe, episode number 4. He is on YouTube. Does he have the link up there?
You got his channel here. Well, this is his Facebook page. The Real Deal Joe Davis is now a podcaster, so here's his link right here. And so he's got, 3 episodes up now?
I think the 4th one I just saw it come down and drop.
Yep. Let me get to... Yeah, so his new podcast, it's called Wrestling with Comedy. Now he's up to episode 3. Host is Real Deal Joe Davis. So check him out, guys. Subscribe to his channel. And I'm gonna put his channel in, his link in the chat room there. So yeah, give him a subscribe and follow and everything else. So there's the real deal, Joel Davis.
Welcome to Wrestling with Comedy. My name is the real deal, Joel Davis, and this is episode number 3 of.
So there's episode number 3, Phantom Booker Paul Cortez. So he's going to be talking about a large number of things, like bringing comedians when he brings guests on, some wrestlers, powerlifters, and all that. Just people in general in the sports and the comedian world. He's going to be focusing on, something different every week. So it's pretty cool. So I look forward to these broadcasts coming up, and I think he's going to be a great host. So and as the podcast, when they first start out, you got to work with the glitches and all this other stuff, and I'm trying to help Joel too along the way. So just subscribe to him, guys, and he's got a great number of people coming on as guests and everything else. So please hit that subscribe bell and also follow the bell there for the notifications and all that. There's the real Joel Davis. He was my former tag team champion partner, and I know me and him went at it with you and Donnie years ago in UCW back in the old UCW days.
Now, one of the topics I was going to bring up before your buddy was supposed to be in here was the passing of Tony Rumble.
Oh,
It's the
yeah.
anniversary. I did not realize that until I saw Rich Palladino's Facebook and Jason Rumble's Facebook. I saw that. So I was going to bring down a whole topic on that regarding between yourself, Mr. Vega. But
Yeah, ran NWA New England, and Jason Rumble ended up taking it over, and he did a great job as well.
well, yeah, just to kind of do the stories. I mean, if you look at it now, that's 25 years.
Yeah.
And I remember it clear as day because I wrestled for Tony for the first time on September 25th, 1999.
Yeah.
And because we brought it up on the pod a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 months before he
Yeah.
passed.
And then I was supposed to, the next event I was supposed to work for him was supposed to be in Connecticut. And I was supposed to wrestle Gino Martino. And then you started working for Tony back then, is that correct?
I was not too soon after Jason took over.
All right, so you on the other half.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
working for UCW and all that. And
Yeah, because ironically, the first time I met the missing Don Vega was there.
yep.
I remember he was in, I think he was in a 6-man tag. It was really a lot of the younger talent that time. This is going back 98. And it was just, you could see the transition. So yeah, when I saw that, I was hoping to spend more time on that, but I totally forgot about that because of, kind of got thrown off with Mr. Vega not being here, because I know he has Tony's stories and even the transition, that I was going to reach out to Jason to try to get his stories on it with the transition, because that's a whole story right there.
Yeah. I know Jimmy Snooker worked with Jason Rumble for a while to run NWA New England. I miss working for them. We all worked for them, and awesome organization.
Yeah, I'll reach out to Jason, see if he wants to come on. I should have reached out earlier today, but I thought it was too last minute. But yeah, I think those stories have to be told. The stories of the territories in New England, because there's not a lot of storytellers anymore. There's not a lot of promotions that have the legacy that can carry on regarding the stories.
Now, buddy, the Ghost Hunter there, Jeremy Carter.
Jeremy worked. I mean, him and one of his partners were NWA New England champions. They were going to be NWA heavyweight champions. Knuckle Nelson, who we had a couple of months ago on the pod.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I'll reach out to Jason and find out. Maybe we'll reach out to some of the guys maybe who worked for Tony who are still around, want to tell their story.
Yep.
Like I know Palladino, worked for him. So yeah, we're reaching out, seeing the next maybe 2 weeks, get people out, tell their stories, tell the history of Tony, because it's definitely a cornerstone of history that should be repeated.
Yeah. Absolutely. And he built a legacy, man, and we all could attest for that. And working for NWA New England and everything, and great shows, great people and everything. Met a lot of good people there. some great matches and all that stuff. And me and Joel Davis, the first time we met, we wrestled each other there, switching back and forth the light heavyweight title and everything. And so,
Yeah, no one's buying that.
Yeah,
You look at Danny now, 320. What are you, 320?
yeah, about that. Yeah,
Danny's 320. And anyone believe that he is wrestling for the light heavyweight championship?
yeah. I was a cruiserweight champion for a while too.
Yeah, yeah,
That's crazy, man. 210 pounds, not even.
yeah. No, but that just shows you, times change. Literally
Yep.
almost 25 years. So yeah, no. If you want to hear a story, or there's a story that you've had based on going to an event when you were a younger person, NWA New England, any variations of it, when it was NWA New England, CWA,
Yeah, and, Joel Davis, I know you worked, I don't know when you started with NWA. I started again right after Tony passed away, right about that, toward the end of the year,
Yeah.
when Jason took over. So I don't know if he worked for Tony, but he said R.I.P. Tony too.
Yeah, no, it's we could have Joel on, but we only have maybe about 5 minutes left on there, and I think Joel would take another 5 hours if we could allow him. But yeah, post any of your NWA stories, any links you want to grab with any of your favorite footage, because there's a lot of forgotten stories there that should be told.
So guys, if you're watching, right, and whenever you're watching, just go in the comments, not the live chat, go in the comment section, post a little story about you and Tony and NWA, whatever the case, and next week when we come on the air, we'll pick something, we'll read it on the air. So we'll go in the regular comment section after the broadcast and do that. So that'll be pretty interesting. Yeah.
Well, speaking of interesting, and this is probably coming out as a compliment. You're a buddy, all right, Lumen.
Oh man, he's so butthurt that I beat him twice already.
Some reason, I don't know how he got my phone number, but I get like almost daily Lumen updates. Did you get any of those?
On my old Facebook, I did.
Do you have him on this? Do you have Instagram connected?
Yeah, yep.
Can you look up, unfortunately, I know it by now, is Lumen of wrestling or Lumen of pro wrestling? And my question is, there cannot be more Lumens out there.
Oh, yeah, he's on my Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, some of the stuff, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, we had him in the studio not too long ago.
Yes, and my impression is he wanted to be in here today, and I don't know what's worse, having a Lumen or having a Vega.
There's me right there. It's like I think he's just still butthurt that I beat him.
All right, but yeah, no, we'll yeah, I don't know how I got in this row, but it just, that was bad. All right, with that being said, Danny, we are going into Franklin. This Saturday night is a bell time of 7:07. All championships currently being held in Showcase Wrestling will be defended. Tickets will be available at the door. Again, that is a local fundraiser for the local youth. Bellingham for cheer and football. They have some great raffles coming up. Some merchandise coming up. Look like some sports. I heard, I don't know, confirm. There will be some raffles going on, including Hulk Hogan stuff, Danny. You may. I'm going to try to take some video early that day, and I'll post it. So it just gives people incentives. But yeah, I like to tell people, even if you don't like wrestling, go and buy the ticket because you're supporting a great organization. And guess what? You're going to have fun. If you haven't seen wrestling in 10, 20 years, you're going to have fun. And the fact that night you literally are supporting 3 organizations. You're supporting the Bellingham Youth Football and Cheer, supporting the local Elks, and then you're supporting the dreams of local pro wrestlers. So the 3 organizations, and it's always a good time. Just to give you a hint, people, we start at 7:07. We usually run just about 2 hours, so you're going to be out of there by 9:10, 9:15. Full bar, full food, awesome time.
Raffles and everything else. So yeah, it's a good time. And again, so if you don't like wrestling, you're going there to support the football team, the cheerleading team, and these things, guys. Like if you look around, sports teams in schools. I mean, they run out of money a lot. They don't get much funding anymore, and these dying breeds of these programs. And it keeps. I remember when I was a kid. I mean, going through high school, and to be honest, if it wasn't for high school wrestling and powerlifting and everything else, the activities I had in high school, I don't think I probably would have made it through high school. But when I started getting going, I knew I had to keep my grades up to stay on the team and all that, and it helped me out. It helped a lot of other people out too. Because you know, I mean, especially a guy, you grow up, you're like full of testosterone, and you don't want to be told what to do. But when you join something like that, it's a disciplinary sport, like football too. That's an example right there. And you're supporting these children from staying off the streets, focusing on one thing, working together as a team. And I remember, from my example, quick, when I was on the football and wrestling team, when we joined the first time in the season, man, half of us hated each other. We beat each other's asses and everything else. But during the season, we evolved and we became a team. Yeah. We realized how important a team is. And before the season's over, we're all best friends. I still talk to the guys today. And we don't know why we were fighting in the first place. But yeah, these sports teams are very important, guys. So just at least get out there and support. Just go out there and support this. And donate money if you can. Do what you got to do, man. It helps keeps kids off the street and gives them a positive reason to stay in school and everything else. It's pretty cool.
And that was a nice plug, Danny. So if you are a local team, school, you're looking for a fundraiser, just hit us up. Promoter at Showcase Pro Wrestling, all the social media, SP Wrestling. We have a great, easy fundraising package that we can put out there for you. We can do it throughout the whole year. You don't have to be in session. You can be a for-profit school too. So if you are a private school, or if you are a cheer program, a football program that is not affiliated with the school, yes, we will work with you. It's about raising funds for dreams and kids. That's what it comes down to. Mm-hmm. That being said, we're going to sign off right now on behalf of Dan Pedanti, the missing Don Vega, and myself, Chris Blackheart. Thank you for joining us on the pod. We'll be back next week live, 9 p.m. All social media at SP Wrestling. With that being said, we'll see you in ringside this Saturday night in Franklin.